Hey folks, what's going on? Happy Saturday. We are at the end of the dark road. Believe it or not, it's finally happened. We are living in a post-dark world society. I always thought we would live in a, intra-dark world society, but those two animators, they finally got it done. So, thank you, Oracle. I plan on it. I plan on enjoying. Um, Listen, to be honest, in terms of Dark Road, if you have questions about it, if you want to know anything in specific, I will answer. I am not the most well-versed person in the Dark Road lore, but I will try my best. Let me just get the Kahoot running here. This is a Rom-Som Kahoot. It is all about the last words of KH characters. What's up, PJ? PJ's here to help as well. I'm sure PJ will field one. I mean, I can't speak for him, but PJ. We'll do our best here. How dark was the road? Honestly, it was pretty dark. If we're actually talking like thematically, or just like, content-wise, some dark stuff happens in this Dark Road update. So I'd give it like, on the scale of Kingdom Hearts, it might be like a 7, 7.5. Kingdom Hearts is like a moon, but it's a door as well. So between the road to dark and the road to dark. I have Mickey D's Sprite, by the way. Yeah, many of our high beams failed. Our Moxie failed at the idea of driving through the dark road, but I watched the cutscenes. I actually watched the demo VOD of it here on Twitch. I guess we don't. If we're going on a scale of just KH, then like Dark Road might be the darkest. Union Cross, obviously, anything where kids die, basically. I mean, by the way, spoilers, like we're gonna talk about. I'm not going to hold back anything. If you have a question about Dark Road, I'll answer it to the best of my ability, or just like, an opinion thing, but I am not going to hold back on, keeping any information from you. If you plan on consuming it, I would recommend not being here. But if you meant at a quality Switch way, it would be KH1. That's the only 10 out of 10 KH game for me. I would say this last Dark Road update was darker than Days, yeah. I mean, you're probably going to feel more emotional for what happens in Days because you have more time with the characters rather. I think if we had like the slow drip of Dark Road stuff, and maybe if they were voiced, then maybe we would feel a bit more emotional towards it. It's hard to like shed a tear over the the unvoiced characters that we've only known for so long, but. I mean, in a way, I guess you've known about these characters for longer than you would probably know of Shion by the time she dies at the end of Days. But we're just kind of going through it right now, Castle Keeper. It's not like a scheduled, structured thing. So let me. Oh, is the music quiet? By the way, I think it is. Yeah. Can we get something darker, like outer space, maybe? Halloween. Yeah, Halloween, it's August, it's close enough. Pen ain't working? I would try it again. Usually when people, it's not working, you just gotta either close the tab and try again. Now I feel like this is too loud. Let's see. Bum, 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 bum. But there were, good and bad things with this Dark Road finale, I would say. I honestly think, like, everything up until the end was pretty solid. The problems that I had, and I feel like PJ will echo this, or rather, I'm probably echoing PJ because he brought it up first, and then I realized, oh yeah, that's kind of weird. There's like contradictory stuff happening in the Dark Road, specifically with the secret reports in KH3. I don't really tend to mind, like, I tend to be pretty hands-off in terms of criticizing the direction of a story until I've, like, really seen it all play out. So, like, if you want to, like, try to small beanify Xehanort and make him, like, this precious small bean that doesn't do anything wrong, like, fine, like, I'm not crazy about it, but I'm not going to be, like, up in arms. But when you, like, kind of step on stuff that you've already written and, woven into your story, I feel like that's kind of a detriment moving forward. Like, and, you could argue that, like, well, Lushu and some of these characters are unreliable narrators, but I don't know. I feel like that would be, like, explicitly lying to the player as opposed to misleading. I will say I do prefer the twist of Blue Coat being the player instead of Xehanort, We were obviously supposed to think that player turned into Xehanort. I'm glad that that's not what happened, because I hated that. Again, hate for me when it comes to Dark Road or like any KH story element is pretty mild. Like, I don't really even tweet about it, so, you know. But I think it'd be bizarre to me to not care about KH after 30, especially if you grew up with it as a child, and if the games, continuously release, then I think it'd be weird to just drop it, Like, I first played KH when I was 6. I'm 25, and they've released games at a fairly consistent basis. I know there was the drought between, Dream Drop and 3, but there's still stuff peppered in there. So it's like, it's always been a part of my life. It would be kind of bizarre to me to just drop it just because I've gotten old. I leave room in my heart and in my brain for all that stuff. For better or worse, I guess. But yes, Bluecoat is the person that raised Xehanort, or I guess raised Xehanort, right? Although Xehanort never talks about him or her. It could be him or her. Or they. Because the player is a customizable avatar that has no defined look or identity or really anything. I mean, I hate the player. I've always hated player. I've hated that it's not just a bystander. It's the one time in KH where I feel like a character should be a bystander and not a participant. I wish the player was to Union Cross as SDG were to Arendelle in KH3. Maleficent got some kills in, or at least one, right? It's kind of hard to parse out what the darkness of it all, but yeah, Maleficent probably best showing since KH1. Yeah, well, PJ, we knew this. I mean, the fact that we're calling this character player is just, like, annoying to me. Maybe it's just me, but, like, I can't stand the fact that it's just, like, this unnamed meldable avatar that, like, has pretty consequential stakes on the rest of the story. Yeah, that was the thing I was confused on in Goku Zoo, is that, it was, like, it's presented to us as Maleficent, but it's actually Darkness. So, it's possible Maleficent got no kills, I guess? I'm still fuzzy on that. My problem with going through Dark Road is that I didn't really know what the pop-off moments were because I don't follow the theory stuff as much. I've watched everything, at least once, right? I had to do the Wayfinder project. That doesn't mean that I retained a ton of it. So, bad on me, I guess, for not making it my my life's mission over the past couple of years. But, there were certain things where I was like, oh, I guess, but it was hard for me to, for it to resonate with me a ton of the time. But a boy named Pla, a girl named Ye, and an NB named Her. There you go. Yeah, I think Bragi saying as if was a pop-off moment. I don't know, and you would think, see, I don't think I ever put into words like, oh, Lushu's probably Bragi, but I was like, well, it sure is weird that they have a character that is so similarly named to Braig and Brain. And it ended up being, like, that obvious thing that, it's kind of like, really, like, he just picks people with a similar name to Brain, because he went from Lushu to Brain, and there was no, like, intermediate name between those two, and then he just, is, like, going off one letter each time, like, I don't know, it's bizarre, so, he loves bras, yeah, I guess so. I think I saw Den on Twitter said that's why he has a surfer bra accent, because he loves the bras. Bragi is one of Xehanort and Ericus's classmates in Dark Road. Really no behavioral reason to think it was Lushu, I don't think. I haven't gone back and watched the cutscenes in hindsight knowing that Lushu is Bragi, but maybe there's stuff there. I think it probably benefits from a rewatch or replay, which, by the way, did not play Dark Road. I watched it, if you're just tuning in. Chronology for Lushu is Lushu, Brain, Bragi, probably a lot of stuff in between Brain and Bragi. A couple of generations, actually, at least 3 generations. And then, sorry, Lushu, Brain, Bragi, Braig, Xigbar. And then he's technically out as Lushu again. Here's what I'll say on Union Cross and Dark Road in terms of, like, their place in the overall series. I joke that I've never said that they're not important. I want to make that clear. My problem with those games, honestly, has been that they are very important. And I think, and you know, everybody has a phone, right? Everybody has the ability to play the smartphone game. For me, like, when you lock very consequential story content behind a game that you can leave on and it'll play it for you, or in worst case, actually, if you ask me, with Union Cross, like, buying stuff to speed through what is a purposefully frustrating and grindy experience, like, I don't blame anybody for not wanting to experience it. I do blame people for not watching the cutscenes when they are very readily available. But it's hard for me to not sympathize with the people who are put off by it when it's so drastically different and divorced from, like, the usual KH fare, especially because it's really important stuff that's going to factor in a huge way into the upcoming arc. Like, if you're Square, I think you have to understand that, like, that might sour people on the whole idea of it. But that's just my perspective. I've never thought that it's not important and not worth being aware of. I've always been put off by the difficulty, relatively. Like, it's not that difficult in the age of the internet. If there was no YouTube and no Damo or Everglow putting stuff up, then it would be a big problem. But, you know. Credit to the animators that did it, though. Like, I know I joke about them just being, like, PNGs and stuff, but, you know, it was pretty impressive stuff for 2 people working on this thing. I would not say that Union Cross is a waste of effort. Very few things would I say are a waste of effort. Yeah, Japan loves the smartphone games. I mean, I'm not going to pretend that I'm, like, blind to the appeal of it, you know? It's very easy to take on the go sort of thing. I mean, really, that's what, like, DS or Days Encoded were before we had Union Cross. And this is a way that you can monetize it, too. Like, because of that, Union Cross is the most profitable KH title. Where can you watch all the details and such for all of this? I would keep an eye on Damo's channel in the coming days. He has a lot of it uploaded. I know Everglow has all the scenes. I'm sure Damo is going to have a video or 2 or several breaking down everything that happened. But Damo's VOD here on Twitch, it's a 6-hour VOD. You can, you know, skip through the gameplay stuff and speed it up if you'd like. But that will, you know, show you every scene in the story and a little bit of Damo commentary, which might help you piece it together a bit. But there are plenty of resources out there. Don't get me wrong, you know? I'd be okay with a Dark Road Kahoot. I won't do well, but I'll be good with it. I'm pretty sure Damo said he's going to make a video with the scenes in chronological order, because this Dark Road stuff from this last update has a lot of BBS and Remind stuff actually involved. Hello, Arcake? I probably butchered that, but thank you for the 2 months there for the sub. We can continue to talk Dark Road as we play today's game, but we'll get into Kahoot now. I know that we've been lingering on this for a bit here. Let me get my code up. The other main grievance I have, and I think, again, PJ will agree with this, is that the very ending part of Dark Road really sets Sora up as, like, this Chosen One figure, which really, I feel, runs contrary to everything that we've been told or presented about Sora. The point of Sora to me, and Sora's never been my favorite, but his appeal is that he's like the everyman, that he is not innately gifted or special, but because he's able to or willing to open his heart up to so many other people, that's what gives him his strength. It's really, like, quite unique in that way when compared to other characters in the series. But it could be Riku. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was saying, like, maybe Blue Coat was referring to somebody else in terms of the Child of Destiny. Blue Coat thought it was Xehanort. It obviously isn't, so that leads us to believe that Blue Coat is actually talking about Sora. Not consciously, but in hindsight. Sora really doesn't have anything to do with Dark Road, aside from the very ending cutscene where it could be Kairi. Wouldn't that be great? That Kairi is actually some kind of... I mean, she is a Princess of Heart, right? Like, how does that get determined? Honestly, PJ, like, that might be where they're going with it. Because it would seem like such a massive misstep to think that they just, like, forgot that Sora is supposed to be, like, just a guy that ended up where he is by circumstance and connections. That's, like, his whole brand, you know? He's the poster child of LinkedIn. It's all about who you know with Sora. So, Sora hasn't been even referenced to be the chosen one, like, back since KH1, you know? And even then, like, he was the backup. He was the VP in the line of succession. So I would love, actually, PJ, if it were Kairi. I'd like it more than Riku. It'd be better for everything at this point. Yo, the McDonald's Sprite hits different. All right. 725-096. I will be... I'll be Dr. Pat. We have a spoiler chat in one of my Discord servers that says DR Spoilers, but I call it Dr. Spoilers. All right, folks, this is Ramsam's big Bambi guy. Ramsam's last words Kahoot, all about, I believe it said, we give you, the character, you give us their last subtitled line. So obviously no battle quotes, nothing that's not subtitled. I believe it spans throughout the entire series. So here we go. Boom. There you go. There's a title. And like I said, we'll be playing Pac-Man after this. We can still talk Dark Road. I've played the game before. It's just been remastered, so I won't be distracted. And some Secret of Darkness in KH3. There is more to seek, so go forth now and seek it. Your strength is vaster than darkness. What a journey you and I have had, or someday, I will return. And some channeling his favorite Stroke song. And that green answer. Hey, what's happening? Come on. Other big headline, by the way, is that Ericus descends from Brain, and Xehanort descends from Ephemer, and presumably Scold. Getting into the bloodline stuff, which I've always been iffy on. But yes, this is the final thing that he says in KH3 after you beat him. The green, I believe, is his recom quote when he dies in Castle Oblivion. Again. Slushy Joe, Last Vodka, Dr. Pat, Kahoot, and K-Pizzle. Number 2. Lexius in recom. You are the superiors, don't mock me, this was a fight I should not have started, or Lexius has no words, no last words, as he has never spoken in his life. I'm actually stuck on these. I'm between two of them. I know it's not two of the others. I think I fucked it. Oh no, I got it. So I said green, but why does red sound correct as well? Yellow, he says, don't mock me, and then he, like, claymores. Is it a claymore? I always forget what Lexius' weapon is. No, because Sykes is the claymore. He knocks Riku into the ceiling. Red is right before green? Okay. He's apologizing to Zexion in this green quote as well, I think. Forgive me, Zexion, I think he says. Well, I took too long, I dropped the 7th. Behind me, Sporter, Swishy Joe, Puffin Man, Zayn on the Road, Last Vodka, and Road to Dark. Dark. Number 3. Zaldin in Cage 2. What should I leave behind? Belle or the Rose? So you think? Beast is strange. I think I'm going to miss you. Or so you see, Beast. That's why we need your Heartless and your Nobody. Axe Sword. Thank you. That's right. Axe Hammer. Whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it's weird because this is like a good bit before he dies. But he says that. Beast says Belle. Belle elbows him. And then they fight. No words there. And then no words on the scene where he dies. That's it. Yellow being pulled from the aforementioned Ansem K3 scene, which is a Riku quote to Ansem. I believe he says green inside the castle proper. We got Zayn on the Road, Puffin Man, Dr. Pat, Kahoot, and Just James. Number 4. Clayton in Cage 1. I'll stake my life on it. Go on, be a man. Ouch, a stealth sneak has fallen upon me. Or blasted gorillas. I'll hunt down every last one of them. I'll stake my life on it. Go on, be a man. Be a man. Blasted gorillas, I'll hunt them down, every last one of them. Ouch, a stealth sneak has fallen upon me. Yeah, red is the final word. He does say green shortly before that, I think. And then he doesn't say anything in the scene where you fight him, actually. He's already, like, being weird and, I guess, possessed at that point, maybe. Blue, I think, might be his last word in the film. So there, before he hangs himself with the vines. We got Miss Porter swapping in for 4th. Number 5. Marluxia in Cage 3, I believe. This is an unfortunate denouement, so now it all comes back to me. Thanks to you, Sora. My heart is remembering how to feel. Good stuff. Enjoying these fake answers. A stealth sneak has fallen upon me. Yeah, very Shakespearean. Yes, he does say... he definitely says green and then yellow. I think he says blue right at the beginning of that scene. And then red is... he says, that would be an unfortunate denouement back in Castle Oblivion in Recom. What a series of unfortunate events. We got me rising up to second and Big Bambi Guy in fourth. Number 6, Ansem Seeker of Darkness in KH1. So you have come this far, and still you understand nothing. Darkness conquers all worlds. Light, but why? Every light must fade, every heart return to darkness. That's the darkness that I pulled for the Utada rendition of that in that meme. Yeah, he does say, light, but why? And he reaches his highest octave when Kingdom Hearts is fucking owning his shit. Y'all got that one. Number 7, Sykes in KH3. Well, if I make it back, you won't get it out of me a second time. A heart. If I had a heart. See you, Lee. I expect nothing less. Pretty easy one. The best line. I miss Billy Zane too, but Richard Epcar does a good job. Yes. See you, Lee. I expect nothing less is the clock tower scene, right? I expect nothing. Yeah. When'd you get out of here? I'll clobber you tomorrow. Blue is Cage 2, and Red is also in that death scene in Cage 3. There you go. Yeah, Billy Zane's not dead. He's just not in Cage anymore, which is, basically the same thing. Me, then Puffin Man, Big Bambi Guy, Just James, and Miss Porter. Number 8, Zigbar in Cage 2. Wouldn't you like to know? As if. All I'm trying to tell you, traitor, is that your time is up. You don't look like half the heroes the other were. Yep, fuck that up. You don't look like half the hero the others were. Sorry. Yep, wouldn't you like to know? And he fades away, teases some mysterious TVA lore. That Lushu, that Bragi, that Brain, that Breg. Oh my god. We all got it. Number 9, Zexion and Recom. You can't do this. Your hopes are nothing. Nothing but a mere illusion. Impossible. Axel, what are you saying to him? I'm between two of them. Hopefully I got it. Enzo, the baby. You gotta love him. He's the baby. Ah, fuck.
This is baby.
I said green. I guess I thought that was the last thing he said before Repliku choked him out. But alas. I know he says green, but he must say red after that. Alright, that puts me down in 5th. What the fuck? Puffin Man, Big Bambi Guy, Just James, Miss Porter, and Dr. Pat. Number 10. Demix Cage 2, subtitled lines only. Dude, that was really unnecessary. Silence, traitor. Oh, we do too have hearts. Don't be mad. Roxas, come back to us. I like the red one. Enjoying these fake ones. Yeah, Silence Traitor, he does say, oh, no way! Which I'm guessing is why subtitle lines only, because it's not subtitled in the game. Alright, we all got that. Number 11. Riku Replica in Recom. No, I'm you. A faithful replica until the very end. That's okay. You've changed. Your own darkness. It doesn't frighten you anymore. Death doesn't frighten me. Good riddance to a phony life. I think I got it. Yeah, I was between blue and green. He does say green, but blue after that. No, I'm you. I'm him, he says. Me, him, he's, is me. Me in 4th, then Miss Porter, Just James, and Puffin Man. Number 12. Larxene in Cage 3. Are you kidding? My secret. I refuse to lose to such a bunch of losers. I didn't ask you for your garbage opinion. Queen. He's me and I'm you. That's right. I believe yellow would be Recom. And then she says, I'm fading? She does say green in Cage 3, but not before, or not after blue. Y'all got that. Number 13. Xemnas in Cage 2. No more eternal than that radiance of yours. Sora, I'd like to bequeath to you my Moo Moo coat. You've earned it. I will not allow it to end this way. Not yet. Surely we nothings must be the same. Eternal. I like that blue one. Yes, that is right before Darkness of the Unknown kicks in the world of nothingness, and he doesn't say anything in the actual death scene. He just he dies as he fades away. He does say yellow right before red, I think. That's the first thing he says in that ending scene before the fight. And then I think, is green on the Altar of Knot, or is that also in the final area? I don't remember. My moo coat. We got Puffin Man, Miss Porter, me, Big Bambi Guy, and Just James. Number 14, Ansem the Wise. Sora, the rest is up to you. My heart is telling me what I must do. Please allow me to do what it says. And Roxas, I doubt you can hear me, but I am sorry. King Mickey, my friend, forgive me. Farewell. Raikou, you know what to do. Yep. I think he says, Raikou, you know what to do. And then, King Mickey, my friend, forgive me. Farewell. And he fucking blows up. And he never comes back. Ever. Ever. Ansem the White. Zayn on the road, rising up to 5th. Number 15. Didn't realize it was 30 questions. Ursula, Cage 1. You'll pay for this. It's not over until Ursula has won. I didn't realize it was the song until halfway through. I'll see you later. The sea and all its spoils bow to my power. Sorry if I'm clipping the mic. Rico. Imagine if Ansem thought his name was fucking Rico the whole time. This won't be pretty. Yep, that's her final quote as she's growing big. And she just says nothing as she dies. All got that one. Number 16. Larxene in a Recom. 10 seconds ago, you didn't even know what it was. More pain for you means more fun for me. This isn't the way I won't allow. All our plans ruined. Yeah, I accidentally misled you, but thankfully it wasn't on here. If Ramson put, I'm fading, I probably would have picked that because I thought that's exactly the last thing she said, but there you go. I'll try not to spoil any more moving forward. There you go. All got that. Number 17. Axel and Cage 2. Oh, almost forgot. Sorry for what I did to her. It's kind of funny. You make me feel the same. Kyrie's in the castle dungeon. Now go! I can handle these punks. Watch this. That's my Axel voice, if you remember from Days. Didn't think I'd be doing it again so soon. Yeah, very last thing is directing Sora to the castle dungeon, which we never go to. We just see it. I believe it's called the Soundless Prison, I think is the actual name of that room in Cage 2. You might be able to find it in NoClip. There you go, I got that one. Number 18, Young Xehanort in Cage 3. Your time in this world is... You've paid the price, and it lies at the bottom of the abyss. Respectfully, kiss my butt. Your journey ends here. Pretty easy. Yeah, he gets cut off as he goes back to his own time. Respectfully, kiss my butt. Could have sworn that was the one. Oh well. Respectfully, go touch grass. Moving on. Number 19. Xemnas in Cage 3. Really, it must take incredible strength. Do you see? A heart is just pain. I feel cold, bested, yet again. Bum 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 dum bum. Yes, he says, I think he says all but yellow. Yellow is Barbosa. These have been pretty easy. I feel like there's going to be a pretty high percentage. Ramsam did say it would be an easier one. Yo, Bio? Is Bio here? Darkness. What's going on, Bio? Did you enjoy Dark Road? We've already talked about it, so feel free to spoil. Puffin Man, then me, then Miss Porter, Big Bambi Guy, and Zayn on the road. So good? Yeah, it's fine. Number 20, Vexen in Recom. No, don't do it! Axel, please! Based on my scientific calculations, I'm currently being roasted alive. Yes. I don't want to. Listen, there are good parts to it, Bio, but I just, like... It's really the Sora stuff. And they could, you know, switcheroo us again. But if they're implying that Sora's like a big, you know, faded chosen one at the very end there, I'm not about that. And I'm also not keen on them kind of contradicting the secret reports. Everything else was pretty much fine. Skull got kind of screwed. So, what can you do? I don't have a ton of attachment to Skull or Ephemer in them anyway. So, me, then Miss Porter, Puffin Man, Big Bambi Guy, and Zayn on the road. Number 21. Syx and Cage 2. Kingdom Hearts, will your power never be mine? Why, Kingdom Hearts, where is my heart? Different names, same fate. Then let's keep this short and sweet. We all got that. It's the very final reports in KH3, like 11, 12, 13. PJ will tell you all about it, because I actually didn't even realize until PJ pointed it out, and once I realized, I was like, oh yeah, it's kind of bad. Lushu talks about going off into the great wide world without a Keyblade, but he doesn't, right? Like, he immediately possesses Brain and then Bragi. Like, he doesn't leave. I don't know. There's I can pull it up later. There's a lot of fine text there that you have to look at. Like, really, and the secret reports have not been totally respected since Union Cross as well. Miss Porter, then me, Puffin Man, Big Bambi Guy, Zan on the road. They seem to be a little inconsistent, is the only thing. But they could always retcon it. They retconned the KH1 reports to actually be written by Ansem, Seeker of Darkness. We don't know what happens after Bragi, though. Bragi isn't... Well, I think one of the other issues was that he says, like, he's lived countless lives. But if you do the math, then you know, like, if Xehanort's great... Was it three great-grandfather is Ephemer, then it's not even that long ago, you know? So it's like, really, you lost count? Like, it makes it seem like the Keyblade War, the initial one, was, like, you know, ancient mythological history, when really it's, like, comparative to, like, I don't know, like, the late 1700s for us, the 18, like, it's not, it's like calling the forefathers mythological. I guess you just can't count. Yeah, they're countable. So, I don't know. 22, Oogie Boogie and KH1. You want it? Well, then come on over and get it. Nice view from up here. My bugs. Nobody disrespect me. Nobody. He looks so bright. It is Brain Centuries Bragi. Is it centuries, though? Like, is it literal centuries? Let me just think about that. Because Brain lived at the same time as Ephemer. So if we know that Xehanort is Ephemer's great-great-great-grandson, that's not really centuries. It's like maybe a century and a half or so, right? Like a generation. What do you consider a generation? Like a 70-year-old person? So like, you know, 140 would be 2 people. There's 4 generations between K-Hux and Missing Link. And Xehanort is old as balls, but Xehanort was told that as a child. You know what I mean? Like, at most, it would be Lushu, then Brain, and then, like, 2 or 3 other people, and then Bragi, and then Braig. Unless people just live a lot longer. It also doesn't help that there's, like, you know, time fuckiness with all of the different worlds. Generations are defined... I think that's, like, generational cohorts, though, Buck. I don't think that's, like a generation of, like, a lifetime. Although maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Sorry, I know we're stalling the Kahoot here. 23. Shion Days movie version. All those hearts I've captured. Kingdom Hearts. Set them free. Never forget. That's the truth. You're both my best friends. What? You can eat ice cream with Axel. Demix likes ice cream too. At most, we're looking like 4 to 5 people, unless he was hopping willy-nilly and not staying with them by their lives. Yeah, and that's entirely possible. It just seems like it's more likely that they were not paying attention to the secret reports than, like, really trying to be crafty and mislead us. Yeah, so it's yellow and then blue, I think, for Shion's death here. She says red as well, obviously. Me, then Miss Porter, Puffin Man, Zayn on the road, and Big Bambi Guy. 24. Ericus and BBS 2.5. I actually don't know. At times I find your progress quite striking, but you still fall short. My own heart is darkness. I failed you, Terra. You will have to share Ventus's fate. Ooh, I was very close to picking yellow, but I ended up going with blue in the end there. Dark Road did not necessarily give Sora some dumb ancestry, but it did give Sora potentially some dumb Chosen One prophecy bullshit, depending on your interpretation of it. Although, again, I would be fine with a switcheroo that makes it be Kyrie. In fact, I love that. Miss Porter, Puffin Man, me, Zan on the road, and Big Bambi Guy. 25. Luxord in Cage 2. How could you, Roxas? I'd rather we just skip the formalities. You were born for these sorts of games. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Which I could actually see Luxord pulling off pretty confidently. The org deaths are always great, and no matter what game. Boom, boom. You don't like the Kyrie thing either, PJ? Because to me, Kyrie already is kind of like a chosen person because like she just randomly has Princess of Heart status, and we don't really know why that is, unless I'm missing something. I guess we have like ideas of why that could be, but it seems pretty random that she is one. Yeah, how could you Roxas? He says blue before the start of the fight and red after Sora bisects him. Oh, talking about the lineage versus prophecy. Yeah. I don't like either of them. I think I prefer lineage over prophecy because I don't think the lineage really spits in the face of it as much as like a foretold chosen one thing. Puffin Man and Miss Porter swapping 26. Luxord KH3, not counting any potential appearances as the driver. No game is complete without pawns. I should like that very much, Sora. Hang on to it. Could turn the tables. My life is a chip in your pile. Time to empty up. If you could tell by the way I did the last voice, that one's not the Luxord one. Yes, he does throw the wild card and says, hang on to it, could turn the tables. And then Sora says, let's play again someday when we're just guys. And he says, I should like that very much, Sora. Green is Setzer in struggle tournaments. We got Puffin Man, me, Miss Porter, Big Bambi Guy, and Just James. 27. Marluxia and Recom. Oh, I actually don't know. You turn from truth because your heart is weak. You will never defeat me. As lightless oblivion devours you, drown in the ever-blooming darkness. It can't be. You knowingly shackle your heart with a chain of memories born of lies. I got it, thankfully. It was very close to picking Green, but I think Green might be while he's still humanoid, or like in the actual castle room, and then I think Blue is when he's Big Reaper Marluxia, maybe? Possibly. What's up, guides? Yes, may your roads be dark and your key guiding something. Yeah, exactly. We're all very tired. Puffin Man, Miss Porter, me, Big Bambi Guy, and Zayn on the road. Yesterday was just like all dark road watching and discourse. So, 28, Master Xehanort in KH3. Well, balls, you sly fox. Yes, very well done. Where's Oh no, I left my Werthers at home. It was crazy because I sat down to watch Dark Road at like noon, and then it was 6 because I watched Damo's VOD, and I didn't really skip that much. Yeah, Erica says, ready, friend, or ready, old friend? And he says, yes, and that's it. He does say everything but well balls in that whole scene, so. Bum, bum, bum. Me swapping with Miss Porter. 29, Vanitas in KH3. We are brothers who together make a greater whole. How much closer could I be? What I am is darkness. Once again, you couldn't save him. Bum, 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 bum. What you doing? What you thinking about? Well, balls. Foolish! Yes. What I am is darkness. And Vanny goes, okay. He's like so fed up with his shit. He does say red and blue. And then green is actually the death quote if you die in the battle with Vanitas. Because I talk about it in the Remind reaction video ago. He says, once again, you couldn't save him. And I go, you little bastard. How dare you? Oh, I got that one. And final question, number 30. Maleficent in KH1. You fools! Now I am a dragon! You think you can defeat me? Me, the mistress of all evil! Now you should deal with me and the powers of hell. Darkness, the true darkness. Try not to yell too much. Blue before the plain Maleficent fight. Yellow before the BBS fight with Aqua. But green before the dragon fight after Riku Ansem stabs her. There you go. All right, let's see our podium, folks. In third place, we got every single question right by Miss Porter. Congratulations. All but one question right by me. A little bit faster. Sorry, Miss Porter. And 29 out of 30. Miss Porter got screwed. It's Puffin Man. Look at that. And in fourth is Big Bambi Guy. And fifth is Zayn on the road. I don't know who those people are. So if you want credit, show yourself. Oh, Xehanorto. There you go. Well, congratulations. Oh, Puffin Man, look at that. Puffin Man 64. Congratulations. Good job. And thank you to Romsom for making this morbid Kahoot for us. I love last words in media. It's always pretty neat trivia stuff, you know? I was playing a quiz on Sporkle the other day of like, I haven't watched Game of Thrones in a long time, but it's been in the air. So I was thinking about, it was like a Game of Thrones last words. All right, I think this is a pretty high. I mean, we all basically got an A+ on this one, so I will say like 79%. What? What? 47? What? That doesn't make any sense. Were we getting botted? How so off? I've never been more off. I thought like we all crushed this. I guess because a lot of people didn't. Huh. Well, I didn't go to school for math, and I'll tell you that much. So, the leaderboard was high, the low was low. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding at all. Yeah, I'm not sure how Kahoot calculates it, so sounds fake. Let me see here. I lost my mouse. Gotta find my mouse. There we go. So thank you again to Ramsan for that. If you're just joining for the Kahoot, no worries. We'll be back on Tuesday with another one. It'll be KH Summons, I believe. No, sorry, Axel Trivia on Tuesday. Vodka has some Axel Trivia for the last stream of August. It'll be our 3-year anniversary special, I guess. I don't know. We're just going to play Coded on that day? I don't know. We'll see. We might do something special instead. And then Summons on Thursday. KH Summons by Blitz on Thursday. Yeah. So thank you so much again, Ramsam, for that. And we're going to be switching over to Pac-Man World Repack, a remake of my very first video game that just came out yesterday. Listen, I know that there's not a ton of crossover there with KH, but we can still talk some Dark Road if you want to really get into the nitty-gritty of it. I am totally willing to do that as well. So, switching over to that. Goodbye, VOD people.